Ikach Korach, and Yisro ben Chos ben Levi, Gosno Aviram ben Bechaz nei Ruben. This set of features, the Machlekes from Korach, rebelling against Moshe Rabbeinu. About Shniffer, Levenberg, one Shabbos was speaking about the what the outcome is, those that are controversial, that become involved in Parshas Machlekes, get involved in controversy, with the sof, what happens finally with Korach. So they're sitting in this medrash Ayid about Machlekes, and so he came over to Rabbi Levenberg after. He said to Rabbi, he said, "Was hat you zu meine Jahren? Ich weiß, that the ganze Zeit, the whole time you're pointing your finger at me. What do you want from me?" So Rabbi Levenberg said, "Excuse me, whatever gave you the idea that I meant you? We were speaking about Korach. First of all, Korach is about Pikeach, a very wise man. Zweitens, they're not Gevir. Drittens, they're not Talmud Chochem. Viertens, they're not Yatzen. How do you compare yourself to Korach?" Yoin ben Pelz Neruven, and also Yoin ben Pelz Neruven. Chazal tell us from all of these that first teamed up. He joined the Machlekes with Korach. So the Yoin ben Pelz, his wife, she took him out of sight, and she told me, she said, "What are you getting involved in something like this? What will you gain if Moshe Rabbeinu will remain? What will you gain and what will you lose? Or if Korach replaces him, what will you gain or lose? What do you need it for? Stay out of it." So she, because of her, and this the Chazal tell us, Chochmas Noshim Bonso Beiso, that the you have to really, what women have to offer, their understanding, their bina, is a very, very valuable contribution, built upon what the Chazal tell us when the Rebbeinu Shalom, when Michael's Hatzela, when he took Ma'ivas Hatzela, when he took in the Bashaf and Chava, when he took from Adam Rishon, he took out a rib, a Tzela, Ma'ivas Hatzela he built, was Vayiven, Vayiven, Bino Yisrael. The women were given a special understanding in certain areas more than men have. During the Mechomet, when they were trying to escape and run away from Machshemam B'zichram from the Nazis, so there was they were rounding up in Hungary, they were rounding up Yidden. So the Nazi SS officer comes into a house, and he says to a command, he's housed at the Yid, he says to them, "Is anybody else in here? They should come right up." So he had the stolz, he had the mood, he had the courage. He said to him, "You should have a little respect. I'm a little bit older than you." He says, "I'll be right back. You get everybody rounded up." So he calls his wife. He says to her, he says, "I heard on the western side of town there's a haven. Somebody was Bahal Yidden that will rescue us." She says, "No, I heard on the eastern side of town." So Mitzvazeh gespart, and they started raising their voices, and they realized that time is of the essence. They can't stand and argue too much longer. So it is a command. But the Chazal say, "Vayiven Satzela," that women have a bini saver. He said, "I better listen to my wife." So they headed, like she said, the eastern side of town, and they ran as quickly as they could, and they arrived there at the eastern side of town. They found their a son-in-law and a daughter of theirs were also there, and also they heard that on the western side of town, the Nazi Machshema rounded up. They discovered the Yidden hiding there, and that was their end. So even as Hatzela, women talking, as if she gave them something special that men don't have. It's a very beautiful medrash. the Medrash says that a Yid was working, he was working out in the field, and somebody came to him, looked at him like he's a Navi, and he said to him, I have for you a matane, a special gift from Hashemayim. 7 good years. Do you want them now, or do you want them at the end of your life? The monkey cooked, what kind of offer? Where is it? He came home, and he told his wife, he said, I was out in the field working, and somebody came along, looked like a Navi, and he made this kind of offer. She said, ignore it, it's kishim. He wants something from you. Forget about it. A couple of days later, a Shavait again with the same offer. And finally, after a couple of times, he told his wife, he says, he's matched me, he's after me, it's really a few times. He says, and he won't let go. So he says to her, tell him you'll take it now. Next time you see it. Doesn't take long. A day or so later, a Shavait with the same offer. He said, we'll take it now. So Medrash continues that shortly thereafter he's on the way home, it doesn't take long, and he finds there something very shiny on the ground. He bends down and picks it up. It looks like a very valuable stone, a valuable diamond. I want to tell you this. I'm good. Takes it, redeems it, and was a holy rab, was worth a small fortune. So he brings the money home, and his wife tells him we'll have bicher, bookkeeping. We'll keep books on all the chesed, all the good deeds that we do with this money. Time passes, and the Yid Arbeiter is working out in the field, and he's right here. He says, Rabbi, here's the calendar. It's 7 years went since elapsed since the time that you got that matzah. I came to take back whatever's left. So he says to him, the money I took with my wife's eitzah, I can't give it back to you unless I can't give it back to you until I discuss with her. Midrash brings, he says, take me to the Zokan, bring me before him. They go out in the field, doesn't take a lot of Shendal. She said to him, here's the books of all the chesed, the good deeds, and all the tires out, how we help people with the money. If the Rabbi Shalom can find a better keeper than we are, you're welcome to it. Now, Sharon, they told him and said, they're absolutely right, you can't take it back. So, being to say, it seemed, Chazal said that's what it is. Women have something that we don't have. Men don't have. Chanan ben Akash Yoimer. So it's like you broke with Zakish. It's Israel. The Tikal, Hibel, Torah, Mitzvah. Never.